Well, of course I got to make another video here. Now this is talking about, I'll be talking about something very popular that the typical church people are doing, all right? Now I'm not talking bad about everybody in the church, and that ain't it. Now, a story I read on the internet not too long ago was that some guy, probably in Indianapolis, he wondered why his neighbor's grass wasn't getting mowed. So one day he decides to go over and check on that neighbor. Well, the neighbor had been dead for a while. And the report was that he had been dead for like 18 months, a year and a half. So obviously the guy, and he didn't have any food in his house, didn't have any heat. So apparently might have laid on the floor, covered up with a bunch of covers, and he just froze to death. But now a good question. Why did it take 18 months for anybody to check on him? As when the neighbor went over there next door to check to see why the grass was not being mowed, he wasn't checking on his neighbor, he was checking on the grass. So it shows that he wasn't concerned about that guy. He just didn't want the neighborhood to look bad. Now, why did it take that long? That guy was probably over there and he wanted company. Nobody would come over, nobody would show up, nobody would help him, nothing. All right? And another story I read somewhere, that a bunch of women in the neighborhood, they were good at making apple pies. All right? And now the blue ribbon winner of it, well, there she was. But then there was, like, say, the 5th place person at baking it. The Holy Ghost told the 5th place person one time, make a pie for the 1st place person. And she kept questioning him, wouldn't do it, putting it off. Eventually, the 1st place person had killed herself. And the Holy Ghost is like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you make the pie? She's like, well, she was the blue ribbon winner, so she didn't need another pie. And the Holy Ghost says to her, it wasn't about the pie, it was about the fellowship. All right? Now, to get to the typical thing that church people are doing, all right? And a lot of you people out there, some of you watching this know me. Let's see. You're going on mission trips, like go halfway around the world, drill a well for somebody, feed some hungry people. Well, we need that. But if you are not going and just saying hello to your next door neighbor or saying hi to somebody that you know, and well, you see, going overseas is the fashionable thing to do. Everybody sees that. You get glory out of man for doing that. But when you don't go over your next door neighbor or say hi to the guy that you think is weird, and then you don't get any glory for it. Nobody sees that. So who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to impress God, or are you just trying to impress your friends? So you're willing to go spend all that money, go halfway around the world, do a good deed for somebody, come back, people say, hey, you did a good thing, you did a good thing. Oh, that person over there is weird, don't have anything to do with him. Church, get your priorities straight. You either want to do something for God or do something for man. All right? You can serve God by talking to that guy that you think is weird. that guy out there needs help too. All right? Jesus said to go into all the world, not just certain parts that look fashionable. All right? And how many people do I know? One of the supposed church leaders that I know in a certain church, she thinks I'm weird. She rolled her eyes at me, don't want to have anything to do with me. She don't like me at all. And yet, how often has she sat down and talked with me? She won't do it. She's just got to be right about everything. And a lot of young people in that church, I try to say hi to them, try to send emails or messages to them. They ignore it. People, you are doing no good going around the world if you will not talk to that person that everybody says is weird. All right? Get your priorities straight. That person that you think is weird might have been through a bunch of stuff in their life, but you don't care about that. All you see is they don't have the right look to them. So all your friends will criticize you for talking to that guy over there, but they will applaud you for going way off around the world somewhere. Drill a well, build a house. Drilling a well and building a house has to be done. Yeah. But if you can't include everybody, try to minister to everybody you can, then your good works is just for man. And good works don't get you into heaven. All right? Get your priorities straight first. All right? Charity does begin at home. So go and hang out with the person you think is weird. Go pray with them. Invite that person somewhere. Even the person everybody makes fun of, nobody likes. Go to that person. That person has a soul. That person has feelings. If you want to ignore them, you're ignoring Jesus Christ. As he said, if you have done it to the least of these my brethren, you have also done it unto me. All right? So minister in fellowship with everybody, not just a select few.